Hello friends, welcome to Current Affairs Funda Free Education Revolution. So, today's our topic is secondary storage devices. In our previous video, lecture videos is already cover our first two memory devices, which is registers, cache memories and main memory. In this video, we will cover our secondary storage devices, which have so many parts. So we will cover in our some parts of secondary storage devices. So people, if you haven't seen my previous one lecture, then I request to you that please go through that videos so that you will be understand this video more easily. So now we are going to proceed. Before starting our lecture, I want to say that we are delivering free education for you. So please spread the word among your friends and share for those people who cannot afford coaching, and learning is priceless. So please do at least, and if you want any specific topic video, then please do comment on our Facebook channel, that is www.facebook.com Current Affair Funda CAF. And if you like our video, then please do subscribe it on YouTube channel, because if you subscribe our channel, YouTube channel, then whenever we upload a new video, then you will be directly notified by our channel. So now we are going to start our lecture. First of all, I am going to tell you what is the limitation of primary memory or primary storage, because there is some limitation. That is why we need secondary storage devices. What are these limitations? If you go through my previous one lecture, then you will be easily notice that in primary memory it has a limited capacity because the cost per bit of storage is high. You know that primary storage has a limited storage. We already seen in the chart that primary storage comes in some MBs and your secondary storage is greater than 100 GB. So you can say that it has a limited capacity. Because of this, the cost per bit of storage is high. How? Suppose your primary memory, consider it ROM, is ₹1,000. Okay, and you know that ROM has a very small size in storage. Then it if it store around 100 bits, okay, only 100 bits, then what is the cost per bit? Then the cost per bit will be 1000 divided by 100, which is 10 rupees per bit. So you can see that how much it is expensive for storing data in a primary memory. So because it is expensive, then secondary storage devices. So this is the first limitation of primary storage device. Next one limitation of primary storage, that it is volatile. I already told you what is the volatile means. The data which it has will be destroyed when a power get switched off. Okay, volatile means Nashwan, and I already explained this volatile's meaning here, that data stored in it is lost when the electric power is turned off or interrupted. These two main reasons, or you can say these two main point will limited the use of primary storage device. That is why we need our secondary storage device. Now we are going to our secondary storage device. There are some point, or you can say there are some characteristics of secondary storage device. What it is? First one is used in a computer system to overcome the limitation of primary storage. Whatever the limitation of primary storage, these problem will not be here in secondary storage. Means it is non-volatile and it has a large storing capacity. Okay. Now the second characteristic, it has virtual unlimited capacity. What does it mean that what is virtual unlimited capacity? It means that in your computer or laptop, ROM, if your ROM has a 16 MB or you can say 4 GB in size, then you can never ever increase its size. Suppose your data is around 500 GB, so you can never store it in. And even you cannot increase the size to your main memory from 15 GB to 500 GB. But in secondary memory, what is the advantage is this? It will increase the size virtually. How? I already told you that your program have a larger space. Okay. Suppose your marriage CD has a very large in storage. Then what it will be? We do? We split our video. We split our data in two CDs. So how much data we have doesn't matter, because we can add more and more and more CDs or pen drives or floppy. These all comes in your secondary storage devices, and we can increase the storage capacity of secondary storage device. So because the cost per bit of storage is very low, and you know that it has a largest storing capacity, but it has a very small cost. So you can say that that cost per bit of storage is very low. Next point is has an operating speed far slower that of the primary storage. What does it mean that operating speed is far slower? It means I already told you about that. I want to search a person in a room. It is very easy, but I want to search a person in a country. It is not impossible. But it will take a time. Same here. Secondary memory has a very large space, has a very large capacity to store data. But the problem is that because it has a very large space to then search to any data is become slower. Okay, that is why to operate anything which is stored in your secondary storage device will speed up it slower. Okay, now we came to our next point, used to store large volume of data on a permanent basis. If you want to store a large amount of data which are in GBs, then you have, and you want to store in a permanent basis. Okay, then where you will store it? In a secondary storage device. And it is also known as auxiliary memory device. These are the points of storage, secondary storage device. Now we came here to classify our secondary storage device. Secondary storage device basically divided into two categories, which is sequential access device and direct access device. In sequential access device, there is only one device came which is called magnetic tape. And in direct access device, there are three subcategories. First one is magnetic disk. Second one is optical disk. Third one is memory storage device. And magnetic disk is also categorized into two subcategories. First one is floppy disk and next one is hard disk. And your hard disk also has subcategories, which is zip disk, disk pack, Winchester disk. And your optical disk also has some categories which comes in CD-ROMs, WOM, CD, RW and DVD. And your memory storage device has two also categories, which is flash drive, which is also called pen drive. You all people use pen drive. It is also come in this flash drive and memory card in your phone, in your digital camera, all of there in there as a memory card attached. Okay, so these comes here. We will learn about all these devices in our next lectures. So now we are going to our first, which is device called sequential access device. So now we came here. See what is sequential? As name suggests, in sequential access device, data will be accessed in a sequence. How? Look, this is just imagine that this is your memory. Your data is divided into cell. First one data is stored here, second is here, third one, fourth one here, and so on. Okay. So if I want to, this is your first data, this is your second data, third, and so on. Okay. I want to access this one data. Then I will easily get it. But I want to search up fifth or sixth data. Then I can't reach there, this sixth one data directly. I will be go like that in a sequential. First, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I will come here. So this is the pattern to access any data from the sequential access device. So first point our is arrival at the desired storage location may be preceded by sequencing through other location. I already told you that how you get your data or store your data in a sequential. Okay, suppose if you fill up these 4 areas and if you want to enter any data, then where it will be go? It will be go there. Next data will be go there. Same here, data will be accessed in a sequential way. Okay, next point. Data can only be retrieved in the same sequence. I already told you with example that data can be retrieved. Retrieve matlab access. Okay. What is the meaning of retrieve? Access. The data can only be retrieved in the same sequence in which it is stored. Okay. सपोज अब आपका डेटा यहाँ पे स्टोर है तो यहीं से निकलेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप यहाँ से निकाल रहे हो कहीं से भी निकाल रहे हो, ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, एक्सेस टाइम वेरीज. वेरीज मीन्स डिफर. ओके, मतलब कि ये बदलता रहता है. योर एक्सेस टाइम डिफर और वेरीज अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्टोरेज लोकेशन. मीन्स I already told you in my previous one lecture that what is the access time? The time to access a data from the memory is called the access time. So the access time vary. How? Suppose I want to access my first data, then I will take that one data in a very quick short, maybe in a nanosecond. But my data is stored here. Then definitely I already told you that it is go like that. So if it is take a 1 nanosecond, then it will increase, or maybe it will take around 6 nanosecond. Okay, so the access time varies according to the storage location. Where it is located, it will depend on that only. Okay, of the information being accessed. Okay, next point, suitable for sequential processing. Where it is suitable, where you need to access data in a sequential ways. Which kind of application? You can imagine, suppose I want to make a salary payslip of my employees. It is obvious that I want to give a salary to my employees, and in my company there are 100 employees, so I definitely give all of them. It is not possible that I am giving only salary to my 50 employees and not to others. Not possible. Okay, so here processing will be done to each and every employee. So here I can do my sequential access. I can use my sequential access device, because every employee data I want, that how many leaves that one employee take it, okay, how many extra time or overtime he had done. I want all information, these kind of all information from my each and every employee. So here I can say that I want sequential access, because I want to know each and every employee's status, leave status or overtime which he had done, okay, or if he had take some half leave, some like that. So same thing like that, I want each and every employee from my company. So I will take the sequential access storage device for this purpose. If not, L of data records need to be processed one after another. What it means? That I want to process data, one after another. Okay. Magnetic tape, we will going to know about what is magnetic tape in our next slides. But here is enough that magnetic tape is a typical example of such a storage device. Okay. So the example of storage, this kind of storage device is magnetic tape. Now, here we came into magnetic tape. We already seen in our diagram. Please make that one diagram so you will be memorize it. Okay. In your sequential access storage device, there is only one device came which is called magnetic tape. You all people seen magnetic tape in your childhood. Okay, or you can say in your, if you go to previous last 14 or 15 year back, that you all have seen this kind of audio cassette or video cassette. This called a magnetic tape. Okay, now we came here. First point about magnetic tape, what it is: commonly used sequential access device. If you use these kind of audio cassettes or video cassettes, then you will be very much familiar that this is the first example, or you can say that it is the main example of sequential storage device, because here data comes in a sequential ways. Suppose if you want to listen a song, so then the first song which is stored in here will become first, then the second one, then the third one. If you want to listen a third one data, then how do you do it? You just forward your cassette, and then you reach to your third one song and listen to it, but you can't directly listen that one song. Okay, so this is the main example of your magnetic tape. So it is a commonly used sequential access storage device. Physically, the tape medium is a plastic ribbon. Here, if you've seen your audio cassettes, so you can directly know that it has a ribbon which is made by plastic, which is usually 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch wide and 50 to 2400 feet long. Next point is, plastic ribbon is coated with a magnetizable. Please note down that your plastic ribbon is coated with magnetizable recording material such as, and what is that magnetizable recording material? It is iron oxide or chromium dioxide. Okay. Data are recorded on the tape in the form of tiny. What is tiny? Tiny means very small, invisible, which we can't see. Okay. So small or very small invisible spot which are made on your tape. You can't see by your eyes. Okay. But if you see to a magnifier, then you definitely be able to see it. Data are recorded on the tape in the form of tiny, invisible, magnetized or non-magnetized spot representing ones and zero on its coated surface. Okay. So the data, how data is stored? Through a magnetizable recording material. Somewhere it is like this is your tape. So how it is stored? Some data is stored here. So here magnetizable ink will be spared here. If here, then here, like that. But you can't see it by your eyes. Okay. Now the next point is, tape ribbon is stored in reel. Where it is stored? You can see in the picture that tape ribbon is stored in a reels or a small cartridge or cassette. You can see that this reel is stored in a reel, or you can see this is stored in a cassette. Okay. Now, how many types of magnetic tape available? 1/2 inch tape cartridge, 1/4 inch streamer tape, and 4 mm digital audio tape, which is also called DAT. Okay, write down the full form of DAT, digital audio tape. These all points are very important for you. If a question arises that find out how, the type which is not passed to your magnetic tape variable. If you know these 4 types, then you will answer that. If suppose 5 mm option come, then this is the odd one, then you will definitely select this one, that this is not possible in magnetic tape. Okay, now we came here, advantages of our magnetic tape. What is the advantages? Now we are going to see it. First one is storage capacity is virtual. I already told you why so. If I need to store more data about my information, then I will make another CD, make another tape. Okay, so storage capacity virtually get unlimited. Okay, because as many as tape as required can be used for storing very large sets. I already explained you. Next point, cost per bit of storage is very low. If you remember, your audio cassette or video cassettes comes in a very cheapable price, 20 to 40 rupees. Okay, so this is the so cheap price. So you can say that cost per bit of storage is very low for magnetic tape. Tapes can be erased. Your tape can be erased and reused many times. If you used any audio cassette, so you will be you can remember that you can record anything on your magnetic tape again and again. You can erase the data which it had also. So erasing or reusing also possible in magnetic tape. Next point, next advantage, tape reels and cartridges are compact. Compact means small in size and light in weight, so you can easily carry it with yours. Okay. Next advantage, easy to handle, because it is very compact and light in weight, so you can easily handle and store it anywhere. Okay. It is not so much large in size. If you have a small space, there you can also store it. Okay. Next advantage is very large amount of data can be stored in a small storage space. Okay. Third, next, compact size and lightweight. Next advantage, magnetic tape reels and cartridges are also easily portable from one place to another. If you want to take your magnetic tape from one place to another, it is also easy because it is light in weight. You can handle it on your hand and go to somewhere else and put it there. Okay. Next point, often used for transferring data and program from one computer to another that are not linked together. If you have two computers that are not linked together, you just throw out your magnetic tape from the one computer and take it to the another computer and insert that magnetic tape into that computer, and it will work on it. Okay, so how in this way you will link your two computers. Okay. Limitation. What is the limitation? First one is, due to their sequential access nature, they are not suitable for storage of those data that are frequently required to be accessed randomly. There are some data, if you want it many times for processing, okay, and if you store it in a sequential, then I already told you that the access time is slower. So definitely it will slow down your processor speed. This is the main limitation. To speed up your processor speed, if you store your data in your sequential storage device, which is magnetic tape, then it will be not good example. Okay, and you need that data again and again for your processing. Okay. Now, next limitation, first one is must be stored in a dust-free environment. Your tape must be stored in a dust-free environment because specks of dust, जो स्पेक्स क्या होता है, स्पेक्स मीन्स जो डस्ट के कण होते हैं वो क्या हो जाता है आपके मैग्नेटिक टेप में लग जाते हैं, जिसके कारण क्या होता है, रीडिंग एरर आ सकती है. बिकॉज ऑफ इट मैग्नेटिक टेप गेट corrupted. Okay. Next limitation, must be stored in an environment with properly controlled temperature, because you know that your magnetic tape is made by rubber, which is plastic. Okay, and if the temperature is very high, what will happen? Your plastic ribbon will become melt. Okay, so it is your responsibility to keep it place where temperature is not too high. Okay, and humidity, if humidity area will be there, then what will be your magnetic tape will be get damaged, वो चिपक जाएगा आपस में. Okay, tape ribbon may get twisted due to wrapping. Okay, sometimes if you see in your audio cassette, what happen, your magnetic tape get twisted. It is not like that. Okay, so this is the main limitations resulting in loss of stored data. The next limitation is should be properly labeled so that some useful data stored on a particular tape is not erased by mistake. You must label your magnetic tape, otherwise what will happen? Whatever the data it has, because it is not if you want not permanent always, because whenever you erase it, it will be erased. Okay, so label it properly way so that useful data never be get erased by mistake. Okay, what is the use of magnetic tape? First one, for application that are based on sequential data processing. I already told you, like employee payroll you are preparing, then here you will use it. Next one is backing up of data, the data we want to back up. Okay, for offline storage. What is offline and online? Online means like your banking system, it is all online. Okay, here you want a data, you deposit something, some rupees in your account. Okay, then it will be automatically updated at that time too. Okay, in your account system also, and you can anyone can see this. Okay, this is called the online way or story. You are depositing it, and it after that your account updated it. So this is called a online storage. Next point is archiving of infrequently used data. You can archive. Archive means you know now that वो डेटा जो आप संभाल के बाद में रख लेना चाहते हैं, उसको बाद में आप देखना भी चाहेंगे, उसको आपने आर्चिव कर लिया है, और लेकिन वो डेटा यू आर नॉट यूजिंग दैट वन डेटा वेरी फ्रिक्वेंटली एंड बट यू नीड इट, then you will archive that data in your magnetic tape. Next point, transferring of data from one computer to another computer that are not linked together. We already discussed about this point. This is the use of magnetic tape. Now here your magnetic tape and sequentially access device part is end up. Now we came here the direct access device. What is the meaning of direct access device? It means in sequential access data, this is your memory. Okay, and your data is here. I told you about this, that you want to access the data in sequential is like that, but in direct access, if you want this one data, you will directly access then what data. You need not to go like that. Okay, you can directly access then what data. This is called a direct storage device. Okay, now we came here devices where any storage location may be selected. You can select any location, memory location, and accessed at randomly. Randomly, what does it mean? कहीं से भी आप निकाल सकते हैं अपना data. Next point, permits access to individual information in a more direct or immediate manner. It means that it permits access to individual information. Any individual information you can access directly in an immediate manner. It will not take a time. Whatever time to access this one data will be same to access that one data also. Okay. Next point, Approximately equal access time is required. I already told you before that whatever the time to access this one data will be similar to access that one data also. Okay. For accessing information from any storage location. Next point, suitable for direct processing applications such as online ticket booking system and online banking. Now you get to know that what is offline and online. All these kind of things are online basis. Okay. Online ticket booking system, online banking system. These all for in here all application we use direct access storage devices. Okay. Next use magnetic, optical, magneto-optical discs are typical example of such storage device. We will learn all about it. But here this is the example. You can note down that magnetic, optical and magneto-optical discs are the typical example of direct access device. First, if you see in my diagram, then there is a first one is magnetic disc. Okay. Now we are going to about magnetic disc. You know all that how is magnetic disc. It is a roundable disc. Okay. This is called your magnetic disc. Okay. Commonly used direct access secondary storage device. Next characteristic. Physically a magnetic disc is a thin. It is a thin circular platter made of metal. It is made by metal or plastic. You can say that it can be in plastic material that is usually coated on both sides. Coating is in the both sides. This is not a 3D view, so you can't say, but if you see in the magnetic disc, it is coated from both the side with a magnetizable recording material. Write down it that it is coated with which material? Magnetizable recording material such as iron oxide. Okay. Next point is data are recorded on the disk in the form of tiny, invisible. I already told you about tiny, very small, invisible. The spots which are we cannot see is called invisible, magnetized and non-magnetized spot representing ones and zero. Okay, means this type of coating is will be done to your disk through tiny invisible magnetized or non-magnetized spots, okay, on the coated surface of the disk. Next point, the disk is stored in a specially designed protective envelope or cartridge. If you see in your floppies or anything else, your disk is inserted here and it is covered in a cartridge or an envelope. Okay, so basically you can't hold it directly. It is will be in a cover. It will come in a cover. So disk is stored in a special designed protective envelope or cartridge. Your hard disk also come in a magnetic disk. Okay, so all these things you can't handle it by your own. Okay, it is in a protective cover or several of them are stacked together. You can say that in a cover there is a possibility that in a cover there are so many magnetic discs are here and these are sealed covered together, sealed in a contamination free container. Okay, this is the basic organization of your disk. You can see this that your disk is divided like that. This area like it, this one, see like is see in the video that this area which I am parking, this is called whole track. Okay, this is your 1 2 3, but it is normally started from your inner. Okay, this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. Okay, so this is called your track and each track is divided into sector. This line called sector. You just assume that this is a 0 sector, this is a 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So you can see that in example there are 5 tracks and 7 sector. Okay, this is the basic organization which is, you can read it here, that a disk surface is divided into a number of invisible, you can't see, but it is divided into invisible concentric circles called track. I already seen that all this thing is called track. Okay. After that, the track are numbered consecutively from outermost to innermost starting from 0. Okay. Next is each track of this is subdivided. Each track is subdivided into sector, and there are 8 or more sector per track. Okay, at least there are 8 sector or it may be more. And next is a sector typically contains how many bytes? 112 byte. Okay, sorry, 512 bytes. Okay. Next point is this driver are designed to read or write. In all your computer there is a driver which is called disk driver. So disk driver are designed to read or write only whole sector at a time. It can read only one sector. This is your called one sector now. This is your one sector. Okay. So all this sector will be read by your disk driver. Okay. I already told you that you have so many disks also in a sealed packed container. Here you can see that there is a 4 disks are having in a one package. Okay. Same like that. Now we are going to know that what is the access time. This access time is the interval between the instant a computer makes a request for transfer of data from a disk system to the primary storage and the start this operation is completed. Okay. Access time क्या है कि भाई कितना टाइम ये यहाँ से लेता है एक्सेस करने में और वो आपकी रिक्वेस्ट पूरी करके आपको डेटा दे देता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड योर एक्सेस टाइम. Now, this access time depends on the following 3 axes. Your access time is depend in 3 parameters, which is seek time, latency time, and transfer rate. First of all, we are going to see that what is seek time. It is the time required to position the read or write head. This is if your figure you can see that this is black pointers are header. Okay, this will rotate in your CD and will find out the data. If our data is not in that CD, then the data header will be moved to that one CD and will try to read and write the data from this. If their data is also not present here, then it will go there, then it will go there. So what is the seek time? Seek time is the time required to position your read write head. This is your read write head. To position it over the desired track, to come over to this is your disk. Okay, and so many tracks over there. If your track is here and your data is here, so to make goes their header here, it is called your seek time. Okay, as soon as a read write command is received by the disk unit. Next, your latency time. What is the latency time? It is the time required to spin the desired sector under the read write head. Seek time, what is? To reach to the desired track. And what is the latency time? You reach to the desired track, but you are not at the desired sector. आप अपने desired track पे तो पहुंच गए हैं, लेकिन अभी हम अपने desired sector पे भी नहीं पहुंचे हैं. Then it will be spin in that one track. This is the called latency time. When your read write head will go to the desired track, sector, then the time it will take it. This is called the latency time. Once the read write head is positioned on the desired track, okay. Transfer rate. What is the transfer rate? It is the rate. It is the rate at which data are read or written to the disk once the read or write head is positioned over the head. How much data will be transferring from secondary to your screen or your output device? This is called the transfer rate. If it takes 18 KB per second, it means 80 KB data is transferring from the secondary storage device to your primary or somewhere else. This is called the transfer rate. So here we end up our lecture. here what we have seen, secondary memory. In secondary memory, what we have learned, that secondary memory is divided into sequential access and direct access. And in direct access has only magnetic disk, which are magnetic tape, which we have read it or learn it. And we also get to know that what is the direct access devices. And in directed access devices, we learn about the magnetic, what is the magnetic disk and their structure. Okay. Now in our next lecture, we will get to know the subcategories. There are three categories: magnetic disk, optical disk, and your memory access devices. Okay. We will see all these topics in our next lecture. So people, here we are going to end up. And if you like my video, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you find any problem while this lecture, then you can ask it to me. And if you want any specific topic video, then you can also write out there that you want on that one topic. I will also make MCQ on your computer fundamental topic, but first of all I want to clear all your concept. After that I will make it for you. Till then, please try to listen all my this or see all my these videos, because if you get thoroughly to my this video, then you will be definitely able to give any kind of memory related question which will come to your exams. So it will be better to go through the entire topic thoroughly. Only then you will be able to give any answer, any questions answer. Okay. So till then, take care guys. Have a nice day.